They have released the dog.
I'm Lil Rick the gamer, do it 100% gamer, bro. If no one else working hard, I would do it for the gamer. Yo, can't contain my flow. I need to play a game for sure. Maybe RTS, RPG, or maybe even MMO.
Howdy, and welcome back to another video for Lord of Heroes. So I need you guys to hit that like and subscribe buttons as I post content daily. Link to our Discord where we'll be talking about this game and many others will be in the description box below as well as the pinned comment below. So today we're going to talk about a few tips, little things, some stuff that you should know and need to know when starting Lord of Heroes. But I'm going to first address what I said in the first video about what you need to actually start the game. The only thing you need is QApp. You don't need a VPN. I did put it in the description and in that pin in the pin comment, but people don't read, so we're just gonna make sure we saying it in this video for the people that don't read. Know that I did update that information. So yeah, so we're going to have the link to that in the description box below as well as the pinned comment below, and we're going to have a link for the iOS version of what you need to do to be able to play. I believe it's just the Korean version of the iOS app compliments of my dude Coolio game, because if he didn't find it, I probably wasn't going to look for it or anything like that. Maybe I need to lighten up when it comes to people that do things on Apple devices and start actually putting that extra work in. But anyway, let's get into this video. All right, so I'm over here like, can I click? Okay, so we can use our mouse here. All right. So we got a bunch of little things that we got opened up and unlocked right now, but we're going to start off with our heroes and what we can get. I'm going to say something about the heroes as well, though. It's a lot less than what they had when we did like the little pre-alpha launch version a few months back and everything. So I'm expecting to see more get added into this list later on down the line. I mean, for the most part, it is kind of the same with you just have like different attributes for the same characters, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that because you can. Because in this game, the gotcha is not the characters, it's the gear, and I'm starting to lean towards that in my games more often, where the gotcha for the games are gear related rather than character related, because I hate having to like go crazy just to get the characters that I want and never get them and everything, whether they're good waifu or not. So it's just like, yeah, you don't have to worry about that. But for the most part, they're going to just give you a bunch of characters through story progression, and then there's still some that you can unlock through various ways. Like, we just click on one. Like, you get this stuff called Renown. As you just play the game, you'll get some of that, and you can unlock some of them with that. Some you need... Is this one? Yeah. Some of them you need the paid currency. We just calling it gems because you know how I feel about that, people. Why are we not calling everything gems or diamonds, for that matter? So we're going to... So, yeah, the paid currency, though, you can use that for some of them as well. And then there's some, yeah, the 5 stars that's on this list. These you get through, so it says they can only be recruited through hero contract. And I'm going to talk about that in a second, though. And I think there's some that you get from unlocking other characters. This is not one. I think this is one. Yeah, this one. Yeah, it said recruit water Charlotte. So I get the water version of Charlotte, and then the fire version of Vanessa is unlocked. So some of the characters kind of have that going on for them. But these 3 characters in particular right here are your contract characters. Now I can go and actually look at that if I'm not. Yeah, that's right here. So for your contract, after you get past a certain level, I don't quite remember what level it is. You get to choose between one of the 3, and you get 14 days of logging in until you or until the 15th day. Well, 15 days of logging in until the 15th day where you get the character you choose. I chose her. I'm gonna explain why in a second, and I'm gonna talk about all of the little stuff that goes on with those characters. All right. So let's go right back to them. And we're going here and we're gonna click on Leray. I think that's it. All right. So basically, she has like double AOE skills. Like, well, her main skill isn't though, but it does apply like a death break. So yeah, 7% chance to break to reduce defense. So a death break here. Then she got a resistance debuff, but AOE, and then like her ultimate skill or burst skill or whatever you want to call that in this game. It's also AOE, which will be really good for like progression, wave clearing, and everything. So I kind of wanted to go with that personally, just because she end up being my farmer later on down the line. Once we get her unlocked, that's the one. That's the reason why I chose her there. Then we can not click on her. Then we can click on Lucilica here, and we look at her skills. Like we just got an attack enemy heals the user proportionate to the damage dealt. So she got a self heal on that one, which is pretty good. So high DPS self heal, that kind of good. Then this next one attacks the selected enemy, damage increase according to the target's current HP. So things that have high HP, generally bosses, she's gonna do a lot of damage on until the bosses get real low. But then that's what the rest of the team is for, is to finish off with the damage. But she's gonna be really bursty for bosses because of this skill here. And then the last one attacks the enemy, creates a shield for the user based on their maximum health that lasts for 2 turns. Okay, so she pretty much protects herself. She could be somewhat of a farmer too. It's just she's single target, so she's not going to be great for wave clearing or anything like that. So the speed of it is really not going to be that great. But just being able to take down bosses, I think she's probably going to be a real good one to have. And we get notifications, and we should be turning all of that stuff off. But all right, let's move on. And then the last one, Chrome. His first skill here attacks the select enemy, damage increasing according to the user's speed. So the faster he is, the more damage he's going to deal, which is good because that pairs well with this. Fills all allies action gauge 40%, grants the target health regeneration for 1 turn. So he gets to heal something for 1 turn. Plus he gives everybody. He's pretty much Bernard. Like, and if you don't know who Bernard is, he's probably just flashed on the screen or something. But he's pretty much Bernard. So this is gonna be great for just pushing your team. Perhaps something that you will use in PvP, just because you want to take first turn. Like, you want to take first turn, so that's gonna be a thing there. And then this ultimate skill attacks the enemies, damage increase according to the user speed. So attacks everything. So speed is going to be the thing. You definitely going to want him to be the fastest possible, your fastest unit. Is his base speed actually even good? 97. All right, let's compare it to the other two that's on here. What was her base speed? 100. Of course, the character that requires to have the speed would be the one that doesn't have a lot of it. All right, let's move on. Leveling our hero. So yeah, let's go back here. So you click. No, not that, because there's nothing in the game. What's it? Am I tripping? Yeah, there's nothing in the game yet. I suppose they'll be having costumes. So we click on this, and then we have your basic level up where you can just slap potions into them and everything. I kind of like that. You just farm potions and put the potions into the characters, give them the most experience possible. I kind of like that in games rather than having to sit and just grind for levels, because that kind of just sucks. So it makes the grind less intensive because of that. And then you got promote, which I'm getting close to finishing that, which will be taking her to a 4-star pretty soon. But yeah, that's pretty good. You just gotta grind up these materials where you can get from your campaign stages and like your dungeon farming as well. We can take a look at that real quick too. So let's go to our world and talk about the dungeons for a second. So this primitive halls. I didn't say that correctly. I know I did. So I mean, if you played anything like Epic Seven, Summoner's War, a bunch of games like that, you should be familiar with your elemental dungeons, your your different material grind dungeons and stuff. So you're gonna be spending some time doing that stuff as well, which is gonna which is gonna be helpful in leveling and progressing your characters. We can click on our skills, and then you have like two forms of skilling up. Which you got the random skill up, which you just need to get other materials that you can get from the various dungeon grinding and everything like that to randomly skill up something, or you can just get a select direct skill up. But I don't even know what this material is or where it even can be found, or where it can be found. Probably in the material dungeons too, but it's probably some high stage stuff, some stuff like later down the line that will be you'll be able to do. So that's that. And then you got your gear, which is the biggest portion of everything in the game. And stay tuned because we're gonna do some gear summoning right after this. Yeah, yeah. So just like any other games, you have set bonuses for the gear that you have. She has two sets of attack. I just hit the auto gear set just because I was trying to get through everything quickly as possible. So you can look here, we can see the different set bonuses that we get here at the bottom for the gear, all the different ones that we have, plus what she has equipped. And then you have, I guess, the legendary pieces of gear are like what this thing called artifact is, or something like that. This is actually something that's good for her. Good for her just because it helps one of her skills. Yeah, it helps one of her skills. I'm be 100% honest. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, I didn't even notice that until I actually just saw my dude Coolio's video talking about it. So I was like, big ups to him because I really wasn't looking at any of this stuff because I was just going off of the information that I remember before when I started the little pre-alpha or whatever little test server that they had a few months back. So that's cool there, and I vaguely remember any of that stuff. Just a few things. But you're gonna be spending most of your time leveling up this stuff and progressing. So we can just upgrade. And yeah, it does have a couple different ways you can upgrade, and your upgrades can fail too. Your upgrades can fail. We just do this a couple times and let it do its thing, and we'll probably stop it after three. We'll go out there. Alright. But yeah, your upgrades can fail. So you'll be burning a lot of gold into six star gear later on. I wouldn't really level up like this 2-star stuff like that. Not for real. I probably wouldn't start leveling up anything until like maybe 3-star and above. And probably taking 3 stars to like +6 at the most, and then like 4 stars to 9, 5 stars possibly to 5 stars to like 12, possibly 15, and then 15 for your 6-star gear. That's usually my rule of thumb in every game, unless it goes to 7, unless it goes to 16, then it's like 4, 8, 12, and then 16. Kind of sort of like that, depending on the star grade of your gear. But for this one in particular, what I said previously. So that's the gear and that stuff. All right, so we have this little section called Alliance, which is your guild system. So Zodiac ZP is hiring aspiring um, people, things. I didn't have it. I had the words, but I didn't have it. But yeah, if you would like to join us, yeah, please do, and make sure you join our Discord because we like to have people in Discord to be a part of our gaming community. So link to that will be in the description box below as well as the pinned comment below. So come hang out, check us out there on Discord, and when we can do all of that good stuff, still haven't found the emulator that works. I went through so many of them trying to figure it out. So we're doing this from our phone as best as possible. This is probably how we're going to be doing all of the content and going forward until we can get an emulator that works. Or somebody comes up with something and be like, "Bam, yo, check this out. This emulator works." All right, so we're going to click over here on our Alchemy. Yep, what she said. Alright, so which one we gonna summon then? I don't know. So we got two options here. We got the earth and we got the fire. I want to get her. I want to get her. She's one of the ones you have to actually pay for though. You have to actually spend that real money to get though. But I want her. The funny thing is when I played on the test server, I had the blue version of her, and the blue is not even in the game. So that just lets me know like, okay, they probably going to release some of them, later on down the line, maybe certain banners and stuff. I'm probably gonna go with red here. I'm probably gonna go with red because I think like for my team, yeah. Let's just take a look at our current hero roster. Yeah, see, we got two fire users that we got in our party, so that's probably going to be some good gear for them. They can use it. They can use it. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that and knock this on out. And so let's clickety click. Hopefully we get some good gears. So we're guaranteed an artifact at the very least. So whoop, whoop. Let's see it. What we get here? All right, some 5-star stuff, and then it tells you the set here too, so you know exactly what set it's a part of. Ooh, purple 5-star. All right, we're gonna definitely put some use to some of this, whatever it may be. Get something really good. Corruption. All right, here, so that should be the one right there. But it's only no, it's 6-star. It's 6-star though. So we got two pieces of 6-star, a purple and a yellow. All right, so that's pretty cool. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. I feel good about that. All right. I really didn't want to do any summons, but we getting used to doing the summon stuff in these videos. But to top it off though, because I wanted to save up and buy a character, but we'll probably do that in the near future. But these are just a few of the tips and things that you should know if you don't know and don't understand about the game. We're going to talk some more about the game and probably do some more in-depth guides as we learn and uncover more about the game. Quick finishing tip at the very end, right here at the bottom left corner of the screen. Make sure you click on this because you get these items over here and just do exactly everything as it says. Like as you go through the campaign, just go here and knock out some of these, do some campaign missions, come back and knock them out so you can get all the rewards and reap the rewards, because you're going to get a lot of your paid currency from here as well, gear and a bunch of materials that's going to be helpful. So that's going to be the last little tip that I'll be giving in this video. So if you enjoyed and learned something new, make sure you smash that like button. If you didn't, then there's a button for you guys as well. Make sure you come and hang out on Discord and become a part of the guild too. Join us, Zodiac ZP, uh, and all of that good stuff. But the link to the Discord will be in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment below. Make sure that you subscribe if you're new here. Turn those post notifications on so you can be the first to see my content when it goes live. And this is your host, GamerDude2088, and I will see you next time. And I'm out. Deuces.